First at 4, breaking news from Governor Whitmer. She is reopening gyms, pools, and permitting organized sports. We'll take you through the new executive order. Activist groups want a big change at the top of the Detroit Police Department, what they're pushing for, and how Chief James Craig is responding this afternoon. Paula.
Well, it is quite possibly one of the most lonely places on the face of the planet. A remote teacher alone in her classroom with flies on the wall to show you what that looks like. Hey, Ben, gorgeous day. Gorgeous.
It's fantastic out there, Paula. There are some showers in the north zone, but will the rest of us see those? We'll check that out, and changes for Labor Day weekend. All right now, first at 4.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. That breaking news comes from Governor Whitmer. Yesterday, she said she wasn't ready to open gyms, and that's all changed 24 hours later. We just received the order from Lansing. Local 4's Mara McDonald live as she's gathering reaction. And Mara, this order covers more than just gyms.
It sure does, Karen. It covers Michigan High School Athletic Association sports as well. We're going to get to that, but let's start with gyms first. So here is what the governor is saying. Yes, gyms and pools in this state can reopen, but they do need to have safety protocols in place, like distanced equipment, or if you're going to do a group fitness class, they have to be minimum of 6 feet apart. And if you're going to a gym in this state, you're going to have to wear a mask throughout the entirety of your whole workout. For example, in the state of Ohio, if you go to a gym, you have to wear a mask if you're walking from, say, the elliptical to the treadmill. But you don't have to wear the mask while you're actually on the machine. Here, you're going to have to wear a mask the entire time. Now, as far as Michigan high school athletics are concerned, specifically football, here is the verbiage that the state is using. It is, quote, recommending against contact sports like football, like soccer. But the key word there is recommending. It means that individual districts and individual schools are going to be able to make their own determination about what they want to do with these fall sports. I will say this. It's not just how the sports are played, it's going to be how the crowds are allowed to come to these sports as well. For example, your typical Friday night lights under what the state released today, that's not going to happen. I'm going to get into more of that coming up tonight at 5, but I just got off the phone with Brian Reef. He owns multiple Planet Fitness locations here in Michigan. He's also one of the driving forces on the Michigan Fitness Association. He says the governor's decision today is a sigh of relief for gym owners. Take a listen.
I think there was a lot of work on both sides, and I think it wasn't necessarily a function of us convincing the governor and her team that that we had to be open. I think that that certainly played a role in it. We recognize that they were also looking closely at the number of cases, and that certainly played a role in terms of trying to navigate when the right time was to reopen gyms.
Back here live, the restart date for Michigan gyms in our area, September 9th. I'll be back here at 5. We're going to talk everything high school sports. Karen, we're live downtown tonight. Back to you.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you, Mara. We're also tracking some other developments that are connected to the pandemic. Let's start with the newest jobs report. 881,000 people applied for unemployment benefits last week. While the number did dip below 1 million, it still shows the pandemic is forcing businesses to slash jobs. Here in Michigan, the state is reporting 685 new cases in the past 24 hours. Also, 10 additional deaths have been recorded. So that means Michigan has lost more than 6,500 people to the virus. Tough day on Wall Street. Technology stocks tumbled, giving back some of their big gains over the past few months. That is hurting the entire market, down 807 points, the Dow Jones, as the markets have closed for the day. Wayne County Sheriff's Department is in mourning right now after a deputy corporal is killed in an attack at the county jail. Now, this happened last night at the Wayne County Jail Division II building. Investigators say 50-year-old Corporal Brian Searcy was attacked by an inmate. They say that inmate was able to block his cell door from being locked, but it's not clear how he did it. Searcy was rushed to the hospital where he died from his injuries. He leaves behind a wife and a daughter.
He has a 21-year-old college-age daughter, just turned 21 last week. It's got to be devastating to the family, but everybody behind me appreciates the work that he did and understands the sacrifice that he made.
An investigation is underway, both internally by the Wayne County Sheriff's Office and also by the Detroit Police Department's Homicide Unit. More than 40 community organizations are joining together to call for the resignation of Detroit Police Chief James Craig. They say Chief Craig has failed to provide answers for what they believe is harsh treatment of protesters.
Chief Craig has on every occasion failed, absolutely failed, to rein in his police officers and bring transparency and accountability to the department. He has failed to even acknowledge the people like me who are actual citizens of Detroit.
The group calling themselves Detroit Will Breathe has filed a lawsuit against Detroit police for tactics used during protests. Police Chief James Craig tells Local 4, quote, "I'm excited that they want me to resign because it further illustrates the disconnect that they have with the people in the city of Detroit. I love Detroiters and I love Detroit police officers and our community, and police officers do not feel the way they do." New at 5, we're going to take a closer look at the demands from these organizations, as well as get reaction from Mayor Duggan and why he is standing by Chief Craig. All right, let's take a peek at the first forecast. Change is coming, and that could mean some rain for some of you. Let's bring in Ben and find out what you are seeing. Hey, Ben.
Yeah, technically that's correct, Karen, but this stuff is pretty light. You can see it here on Storm Tracker 4 that's running across the north zone. I don't think a whole lot of us are going to see this stuff as it makes its way further off to the south. Just a light shower at best as it works through tonight, and anything that we see should be gone by the time we head into daybreak tomorrow. There is a lakeshore flood warning out for parts of St. Clair County until 10 o'clock tonight. The winds have been peaking pretty close to 40 miles per hour in spots, so it is windy out there. There's your Labor Day weekend with temperatures not a problem, but you see the rain chances. We'll talk timing on those coming up in just a few minutes. Karen?
All right, thank you, Ben. Let's talk politics. Joe Biden is in Kenosha, Wisconsin right now, meeting with the family of Jacob Blake as well as community leaders. Biden had a private meeting at Milwaukee's airport with Blake's father, mother, brother, and 2 sisters. Blake was shot in the back 7 times by a police officer, paralyzing him and sparking protests. After the hour meeting, Biden then stopped at a Kenosha church to meet with community members, pushing for protests to stay calm. President Trump visited Kenosha on Tuesday. He did not meet with Blake's family, instead touring parts of the city damaged by demonstrators. President Trump is on the campaign trail tonight with a stop in Pennsylvania where he plans to continue his law and order message. As a teacher, try to imagine going from a classroom like this that is just filled with students raising their hands ready to interact to a classroom like this, empty. Not surprisingly, local teachers are having to relearn how to teach through a computer screen. Paula Tutman focuses on one teacher to see what challenges they're facing and the lessons they're learning.
Okay, good morning.
If teachers are the heart of a classroom,
Welcome to another session of English 11. Today's going to be a little bit different. We're going to try out some new stuff in class.
it is the student who is the soul.
The second thing I need you guys to do is I need you to turn in your summer reading assignment.
But what is it like for an instructor who is missing a vital part of what makes learning a living, breathing organism?
For all teachers, there's so much that we learn about a student when they're in the room with us, right? We observe, who they talk to, who they don't talk to. We observe their body posture.
For Natalie Ford, an English teacher in the Berkeley School District, for the past week, she has been a performer in a vacuum. High energy, personable, caring, and with a sharp eye for her students, she must manufacture all of that and more to reach and teach her students in about a 1x2 square box on a computer screen.
I would say it's very lonely. And I think for teachers, for teachers, like we're here because we like the classes and the hallways and the craziness and, people getting ready for football games. And we love all that. And without that in our landscape, it has been really hard.
Frankly, she misses the noise, the faces, and the warmth of human students, a million miles away on her computer screen, but oddly, just a few clicks away.
It's hard having a whole class discussion, right? A whole class anything, because you have all those tiny faces on the Zoom and only one person can talk at a time.
She knows that you can teach English remotely, but not relationships.
The beauty of an English class is that we get to discuss short stories, we get to discuss real life. And the beauty of it, in my literature class, they sit in groups and you see them form relationships with people that are not in their friend group and that maybe they wouldn't talk to unless they had a class with them. And that is so huge for me, is to see them form friendships at their tables.
But the adventure in learning is that teachers and students are being educated in remote learning together. And ultimately, her goal is simply to teach and for students to truly learn.
We just have to rethink how to do all the things that came, so naturally to us in our last year and all the years before.
Yeah, this is such a challenge. Mrs. Ford says it takes her back to her first year of teaching, but she is up for the adventure and sustaining the learning. Karen.
Oh, Paula, thank you so much for that story and that perspective with that camera in that classroom just empty. Just shows the challenges.
Right?
Unbelievable. You got to really feel for those teachers and thank them for showing up every day. All right. Thank you, Paula,
Absolutely.
too. Still ahead here, first at 4. The highest paid actor in the world survives COVID-19, how he thinks he got sick, and his message to all of us. You'll hear from him next. And breastfeeding interrupted. One working mom's battle went viral and could lead to changes. Later, Prince Harry and his wife make a big deal. Who the royal couple is working for, and will the Duchess go back to acting? Next.